Hello and welcome back to the Wolblom Knitting Podcast. My name is Lisa. It's been a couple of months since I did my last episode, and the reason why, as you might have seen on the thumbnail, is me and my husband, we are expecting our first child. So currently I am 18 weeks along and we are very excited. The first trimester I didn't have a lot of nausea, but I did get motion sick while knitting, so I did struggle to knit a bit and I was very tired, so every time I got back from work I just wanted to sleep, so I didn't get a lot of knitting done. But now that the first trimester has passed, I have gotten a lot of energy back and I'm fine with knitting now. I'm not getting motion sick at all, so yeah, that's where I have been. I need to get back in the groove now. Okay, first things first, this is the Metamorphic top from Andrea Maury. So it's a top-down sweater, knitted around. It's actually knit inside out, so you knit, but the right side is the purl side of the fabric, and then you have this mock seam down the middle, center back, and also down the front, down the arms, and it's created by Slipping Stitches. The yarn I used is Miss Lamotte, the double knit. I'm not quite sure what the colorways were, but both of them are Miss Lamotte. So yeah, the one is a grey color, as you can see in the collar, and then the other color is this grey, not gradient but speckled yarn with some teals and greens and pinks, so it's a very beautiful combination. So yeah, this is the Metamorphic top. This one I started in the beginning of March for the March to May knit along that Andrea hosted, but while I was knitting this I got motion sick a lot, so this one did take a couple of months to complete. So yeah, this is the Metamorphic. Okay, let me jump into some other finished objects. First finished object is my flutter cardigan. This is by, I forgot her name. Okay, name is up on screen, but it's a bottom up cardigan with some chevron details, and I used Drops Air for this. It's a very soft and comfortable cardigan, and it's very comfy to wear now, especially it's winter here now, so I use this one a lot. I did knit a couple of hats as well. So one hat that I did knit is the Pressed Flowers hat by Amy Christoffers. The yarn, the grey yarn, is Karoo Moon, First Moon. It's just a 2-ply merino, 100% merino. And then the coloured yarn is Shoppelwool, Zouderwool Crazy, and I think the colorway is Lockstoff, something like that. And that yarn I got in Stephen and Penelope when we were there in October, September last year. So this hat, I really liked how the purple contrast with the grey, but the yellow is a bit difficult to see, but I still love it. It's still very comfortable to wear. Okay, next is some mittens. So these are I think the Shine mittens. I can't remember the designer's name, but they are very comfortable to wear. I'm wearing them in the mornings when I'm driving to work. So I use Jameson's and Smith jumper weight for these. So you start at the cuff, you do an Latvian braid, then this color work section, another Latvian braid, and then you do the increases for the thumb or the thumb gusset. And then after you've done the increases, you continue with the body of the mitten, and then do decreases and then complete it, and then you pick up stitches again for the thumb and complete it. So yeah, so these mittens, I've been wearing them a lot in the mornings to keep me warm while I'm driving, because I don't have to use my fingers individually while driving, so they're keeping me warm and toasty in the mornings. So yeah, these are the Shine mittens. Then Andrea Mowry hosted that weekend knit along for her. I think it's a spring knit along, where in the spring she does a knit along for hats, and in the fall she does the knit along for the socks. So this year it was the all-port hat. So this is mine. So the body is complete, is brioche, completely brioche, but you actually start by knitting a lining. So you cast on as normal, then you knit, I think I was about 10 centimeters or something, and then you switch to brioche and knit it like that. So the main color, this colorful color that I used, is yarn I got years ago from Quinty Alpaca. So it's an alpaca farm in the Western Cape here in South Africa, and it's a very soft yarn, and I wanted to use this with this yarn specifically, but then I chose to use a white color for the contrasting color. So the contrasting color is just African Expression Soul, the white base, and then I used it held together with African Expressions Hope, which is a mohair and nylon base. So yeah, and this detail here, Andrea Mowry said she designed this detail on the side to mimic the ear flaps of other beanies or other hats. So yeah, so this one has been also nice to wear in the evenings here when the sun has set and it's very chilly, so this can keep your ears very warm. So yeah, that's the all-port hat. Then next is a half finished object. So half finished object, I'm gonna section it in my WIPs. So my works in progresses, half finished object is the amber wing socks. So I have made one pair so far. So this is a cuff down sock, cast on for the cuff, and then you do a Estonian braid, no, Latvian braid there, and then this detail here is I'm gonna put the word on screen. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly, but rosamin, I think that's how you pronounce it. Where you hold the yarn and create floats with it, so it looks like it's woven in. And then it's just a plain heel flap and gusset, and then the toe. So the yarn I'm using is Knotty Habit, her Knock Your Socks Off base, Kaiser base, and it was a combo. So this was the main color, a very lightly speckled green and purple and yellow base, contrast with this dark purple, like that. So I was a bit scared that the detail will blend in, but the purple in the main color is just slightly lighter, so the contrast is high enough. Now I just have to make the second sock for the pair. So yeah, and then last finished object. I'm a bit jumbled today. Last finished object is a little bloomer or something. Just a cute little something to be excited. So the yarn is, I'm going to blank a bit, but I do know it's Rowan. I think it's a summer light cotton. So it's a very smooth and soft cotton. It's not harsh as other cottons. And then, yeah. So this one you knit from the top. You do a plain stockinette section, do a picot edge, then a little bit of short rows at the back, and then you continue into the lace detail. And then when you have knit this specific height, then you cast off some stitches for the legs, continue finishing at the bottom, and then pick up stitches again to finish up the legs, and just a plain I-cord. So yeah, a little cute something for the future. And then this detail here, that's a Estonian braid. So yeah, those are my finished and half finished objects. Next I want to show a whip. So this is, I wanted to finish this for the March to May knit along Andrea hosted, but due to first trimester stuff I wasn't able to. So it's looking a bit weird at the moment, but it's the Winter Beach cardigan from Andrea Mari. So this one is a cardigan knit from the bottom up, and then you do afterfold pockets. So I'm currently I need to finish this one's the side sleeve, and then this pocket I have already started, and then the lining is finished. Just have to sew it down, but I do think I'm going to sew it down after I blocked it. And then currently busy with this side's lining. Yeah, and this sleeve is finished. I do hope that blocking will fix that curve there. I do think it will, but we'll see. And then the cuffs are knit very long so that you can fold them double like that. The yarn I'm using for this is Labiana May Corey worsted in the sandstone colorway. That yarn we also got in Stephen and Penelope last year. And yeah, It's an all over texture cardigan with some beautiful cables. Yeah, it's a very advanced beginner pattern, I would say, because there's not a lot of, I think the pockets are the only difficult thing in the whole pattern, but that's really all that's difficult about it. So yeah, almost done with that one, and I'm using 4.5mm needles, I think, for the body. I don't remember at the moment. So it's, the sleeves go fast because it's just stockinette. The body did go a bit slow because of all the textured knitting. So yeah, that's that. Next I'm doing the cowl. It's a recently released pattern by Andrew Mowry, and it looks like a mess at the moment. It's the Rad Plaid cowl, I think that's the name of the pattern. But here you can see the texture forming. So the yarn I'm using, the main color, this is just a plain grey merino, 2-ply merino from Karoo Moon. And then second yarn is African Expressions Hope in the natural colorway. And then the special yarn for this one is this beautiful hand spun yarn that Ali from the Black Spruce Knitting Podcast hand spun for me and sent it to me last year. So yeah, so it's giving a beautiful texture like that. So this is going to be one of those cowls where you knit it in a round in a tube, and then you're gonna knit, I think, almost, I don't want to give too much away in the pattern, but you knit a couple of centimeters and then graft the two edges together, and then you also twist it so it gives that fun twist in the middle. But I'll put the picture of the pattern on screen as well. So yeah, those are my current knitting projects. Yeah. So I actually want to ask if you guys have any recommendations on summer baby knits. Please send that through, because our baby is due in November, so it's going to be summer here. So that's why I chose to use cotton for this. So I don't think, I would rather use cotton because I'm not sure about allergies and skin irritations or skin sensitivities. So I think cotton is the safest way to go for the first while. Yeah, so any pattern recommendations for baby knits, that would be so much appreciated. But yeah, a little baby on the way. I also want to share this little cutie that my mother made for me. So I will ask her to send me the pattern that she used, if she did use a pattern, send that to me, and then I'll link it down below. But she used what do you call it again? Mohair. So this is real mohair for the body, and some suede for the face, and then the little feet there. So this one is more decoration. Because it's mohair, I'm not going to have this one close to the little one when they're here. So yeah, this one's just cute, and it's gonna be decoration. So yeah, I want to share some acquisitions I got recently. So first one is a book. So this is The Spinner's Book of Fleece by Beth Smith. So I really want to try to get into spinning, and I don't know where to start. So if anyone else also has recommendations on where to start YouTube channels or podcasters, what they feel has useful resources, please share down below. But yeah, I have this book. I have browsed through it a bit, and I'm going to one day sit down and look through. But it looks very resourceful, and I'm very excited to one day start spinning as well. I don't know if I want to start with spindle spinning or real wheel spinning, but yeah, we'll see. Next is Naughty Habit. So this is also a CarryC combo. So this is a beautiful purple yarn, and then contrast it with this green color here. So, and there's also a bit green here. Yeah. If you guys have any recommendations for socks with this beautiful combo, let me know. And then my mother bought this yarn for me. This is Malabrigo. I think you say Susuru. Susuru. And this color I think is Sandbank. So a beautiful soft chocolate brown. So the information here is DK or sport weight, 50% mulberry silk, 25% merino linen, 25% merino wool, 25% linen. And she got me 3 skeins of this. So I was thinking of maybe making, I think you say viola, I'm not quite sure, but the viola blouse from I think Teti Lutzak. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying her name correctly, but I'll put everything up on screen and down below. So I'm going to use this yarn for that. So yeah, that is my yarn acquisitions. Okay, I want to choose my next projects. So I think I want to do one accessory and then one fall cardigan, so one cardigan and one sweater. But I'm going to start this cardigan and accessory after I finished my cowl and my cardigan. So yeah, and then from next month I'm thinking of having a baby knitting project jar as well, because I think that those projects will go fast because it's so small. But yeah, okay, first let's do accessories. Okay, first up is Wild Posy hats. Hopefully it picked up. Okay, Wild Posy hat by Melody Hoffman. Let me grab the yarn for that quickly. Okay, so this is actually some special yarn as well. Plotalopi. We got this one. I have to remember. We got it in Amsterdam. can't remember the shop's name. I think it was either Hooks and Yarn or the other one. I'll put the correct store name where I got this up on screen. I have a little bit of a baby brain at the moment. So yeah, so it's a beautiful grey yarn. So this is unspun wool, like that. And then this is the called for yarn for this pattern. So that's why I wanted to use a pattern design for this yarn, because of this. Yeah, it's a very interesting one. So that's the next accessories project. Let's do sweaters. Okay, next sweater is Sparky by Andrea Mowry. Is it picking up? I don't think so. Sorry. So Sparky by Andrea Mowry. Okay, so the yarn I'm using for this is John Arbon's Yarnadelic. Like this. So this is 100% Falkland Corriedale. It's a sport weight or heavy 4-ply. I got this from Colours of Amalfi. So that's the shop I got it here in South Africa from. So this lighter colorway is Beautiful Ones. And this one is Pink Moon. Yeah. I think it's gonna look very cute. Okay, next one is cardigans, fall cardigans. Okay, so cardigan is the Crux cardigan by Kindred Red. Okay, so the yarn I'm using for this one is double knit cotton. Main color is Nurturing Fibers Eco Cotton. This colorway is Fawn. And then I think I have all the colors here that I'm going to use, but they are Yellow Cottage yarn, 100% DK hand dyed. So I have this beautiful yellow, orange, purple, this mint green, and then a pink, like that. Just want to show the difference between those two. So yeah, I think there is 5 colors for this pattern. I might be wrong, but this pattern was in one of the pom pom magazines. I think the one that was had quilting as an inspiration. So yeah, so this one I have a feeling it's knitted flat in pieces, and then you carry these color yarns like in front or at the back while knitting, so it looks like it's woven in as well. And I think you also have yarn that you carry up as well, so you have yarns carried horizontally and vertically up in the pattern, and then it's finished off with I-cords using the main color and then a contrasting color together, so it creates a mold I-cord at the edge as well. So yeah, so that's my next knitting patterns as well, knitting projects. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of sewing unfortunately, due to my energy levels, but yeah, going to start again very soon. And then yeah, I'm excited for this next chapter in me and my husband's life. So we're excited. We're actually looking for a bigger place because we both have hobbies that require space. So we are looking for a place that we can have enough space to have a child, but also keep it separate from our hobbies as well. Yeah, that's all I have to share. It's maybe just a short video this time. Hopefully I can get back in the groove for sharing my knitting projects, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Stay warm if you're here in South Africa. There's been a cold spell here. And then also stay cool where you are in the northern hemisphere as well. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Have a wonderful month. I'll see you next time. Bye.